Good morning, everybody. Welcome to class, first class of 2022. I am Ann Casapini, and I welcome you to practice. Today, I wanted to talk about some musings on the idea of choice, making choices. What choices are we making? And I want to thank you to start off right away for making the choice to come spend a little bit of time with me practicing together. There's always a lot of other things that you could choose to do. And so I'm always honored that you choose to spend part of your day with me. Oh, we got a couple of people jumping on at the last minute, so I'll just give it another breath. Great. So to start, please find a comfortable seat, however you like to sit, on your chair, on the floor, on a block, blankets, and take your attention into your foundation. So whatever part of your body is touching the floor, just bring your awareness there. Feel the pressure, the weight of your foot into the floor, your shins. Feel the weight of your hips on the support if you're sitting on a support. Your hands on your lap. And gently lean back a little bit. So you're more in a receiving kind of mode rather than a doing kind of mode. Lean back a little bit. Maybe close your eyes, 3/4 or all the way. Sense inwardly what's going on in the body today without judgment, just noticing. Let the belly be soft. Let the heart lift a little bit, sternum lift, shoulder blades move in towards spine, base of skull lengthens upwards. Perhaps bring a hint of a smile on your lips. Gently breathe in and gently breathe out. Again, thank you for making the choice to practice together today. So please continue sitting comfortably. I'm going to share a few thoughts with you to start, and then we'll get moving. So today is the second day of 2022, and it's interesting to think, like, has anything significant changed in your life just because we went through, the calendar change? And for most people, 2022 is probably going to look similar to 2021. Not much will really change, but that's because it's not like something special about a day on a calendar and you flip the page and that's the magic. That's not the magic. Really, I want you to think about how the magic and the power comes from within. It starts with you. It starts with the thoughts you have in your head. It starts with how you choose to respond to life's circumstances. It starts by your decision how you want to show up in your life, given all the current circumstances, and making sure your thoughts and actions are aligned with your vision and a path with heart, what Jack Kornfield calls a path with heart. Talk about that more in a minute. Many people think not much can change. They think their situations will remain challenging until something outside of themselves changes. And it could feel like, there's not much to be done. But that isn't the case. It is possible for significant change. It is possible for significant transformation. So today can be like the first day of the new year, of your new story. And you can look back and you can say, well, how's it going so far? Would you like to see any change? So I want you to think about that today, maintaining hope, knowing that you are the author of your life. And again, just a couple more words specifically from Jack Kornfield. He says, when we think about our current path, where are we going in our lives? Where are we in our lives? He says, it's all about finding a path with heart. And that's going to be unique to each of us, defining what that path should be. He suggests to just ask the question, what is that? What is my path with heart? What does that mean? And allow the mystery and the beauty of the question to just resonate within your being. And then he goes on, he says, look at the values you've chosen to live by. Where do you put your time, your strength, your creativity, your love? Does what you choose to do reflect what you most deeply value, right? So he talks about how, what helps us do that is to pay attention, to remember things are impermanent. So that makes us put more value on what we are doing, on what is occurring in our day, right? And the idea of also letting go, like kind of letting go of the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff. Live from a place of spirit of heart, not spirit of judgment, like that. So we'll talk about that more as we kind of go through some movements, and think about how, the other thing I wanted to talk about was this idea of compounding. If you say you decide you want to have a Coca-Cola once a week, just for 2 weeks, that's not going to really impact your life or your body. But if you decide to have a Coca-Cola like once a week for a whole year, that's going to probably change your blood sugar level. That could lead to some health issues. So, this is the idea of compounding. Like one small thing that you do today can really affect how your year looks, how you experience this journey this year, this new year. So think about that. All right, I'm going to switch my glasses. I want to invite you to come to standing on your mat. Let's get moving. So even choosing to practice, right? Maybe you had to choose to get up an hour earlier in order to have time to practice today. That is going to compound for you, right? If you do that every week or twice a week or however many times a week. So stand now. Actually, bring your feet all the way together. Root through your feet, squeeze your legs, turn the palms out. Inhale, lift the arms. Big stretch, exhale, release the arms. Yeah, full complete breaths. Let's get energized. Inhale, stretch up all the way up and release. And again, inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Firm your feet, firm your legs, squeeze them together. Engage your quads as you lift your arms, reach up. Exhale, and one more, just breath and movement. Inhale and exhale. Good. Turn your right palm out. I'll do opposite of you. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, side lean. Good. Then inhale, stretch up again, and exhale, release that arm. Other side. Turn the palm out. Inhale, lift up. As you exhale, side lean. Good. Squeeze the legs together. Inhale, come up and release. Nice. Interlace your hands in front. I'll show you from the side. You're going to retract the upper arm bones deeper into the shoulder sockets. Lift the arms up, up, up. Your palms are facing the ceiling. Again, root the feet, squeeze your legs together. And again, side lean. Try to have no bend in your elbows. Press your navel back towards spine. Stay here, breath. Inhale. Exhale. On the next inhale, come up. Other side, strong legs. Try not to have a bend in your elbows. Revolve your heart toward the ceiling. Stretch your arms. Good, good. Inhale, come up. Exhale and release, and just roll the shoulders up and back and down, and then back and up and down. Let's go into a half dog or a full down dog. It's up to you how you want to do it. You can put your chair on your mat, 4 corners, 4 feet of the chair safely on your mat. Come back into an L shape. Bring your feet outer hip width apart. Bend your knees. Toes are pointing forward. Good, good. Stretch your spine. Lift your upper chest, your upper arms. Melt between the shoulder blades. Gently breathe. Good, good. Nice. Inhale, bend your knees deeper. Exhale, straighten a little or aloft. Inhale, bend your knees deeply. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Good. Walk forward to the front of your mat. Come on up to standing. Great. Now turn your chair around. Those of you using a chair, we're going to do quarter dog. So standing close to the chair, hold on. Step your feet back, downward facing dog. Again, lift your upper arms away from the floor. Lift your upper chest. Keeping that, bend your knees a little bit. Raise your heels. Engage your calves. Pull your hips back, your thighs back. Stretch your spine, stretch your torso, and now slowly stretch out through the heels and breathe. Nod your head yes. Nod your head no. Good. From here, inhale forward into plank. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale forward into plank. Exhale back into down dog. Once more, inhale, strong arms. Exhale, hold down dog. And as you breathe in down dog, reflect for a moment. How can you make your practice more energized this year? Can you leave your yoga mat on the floor by your bed so you'll see it every morning? It'll be an invitation for you to practice, or your meditation cushion. Good, good. And step forward. When you get there, bend your knees, hands on hips, squeeze your elbows together, and come on up to standing. Yeah, really good. All right, now, what I want you to do is take a forward fold with bent legs, and you can either use the chair or blocks. I'll show you how to do that, like blocks or hands to floor. So stand tall first and lower your chin to your chest, bow forward. Hands can hold on to chair or to blocks or go to the floor. And I want everyone to bend your knees and look forward, extend your spine forward like this. Good. Then exhale and fold. Yeah. So inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale and fold. Now, if your lower ribs are on your thighs, wonderful. And you can straighten your legs all the way. If not, keep your knees bent here. That's better for your back. And you're going to inhale, extend your spine forward, tailbone back, heart forward, exhale and fold. Now, this time when you come up, I want you to bend your knees and bring your arms parallel to the floor like this. And then fold forward again. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, arms parallel to the floor, and fold. Last time. Inhale, arms parallel to the floor, and then press into your feet. Come all the way up to standing, big stretch. Exhale, the hands to the sides of your hips. Good. Now I'd like to ask you to come onto your knees. Cushion your knees with a blanket. So you make a choice to be gentle on your body. So you use a blanket to cushion your knees if you need it. Come onto all fours. Choose to transition slowly from standing to floor. Choose to take your time. Wrists are going to come under armpits. Knees are together, inner legs together for now. And let's go to our trusty cat-cow. So firm your hands, firm your arms. When the exhale comes, round your back. Pull your waistline up toward your spine, really round your back. When the next inhale comes, let the belly drop down. Look forward, sit bones are high. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, release your spine, look forward. Exhale, round. You're clawing the floor like you were going to hold a doorknob. That helps your wrists. Inhale, melt, look forward. 2 more times. Round your spine. Release your spine and look forward. Now come to a more neutral spine. So you're not really rounded and you're not collapsed. Just find a nice straight back. Yep. Extend the right leg out behind you. Engage the glutes Engage your abs, like lifting up your belly button toward your spine. Lift that right leg up a little bit or more. I want you to point that back, the kneecap of the straight leg, point it straight down. Toes on that foot are pointing down. The glute is engaged. The butt muscle. Good, good. Hold that. Gently breathe. Anybody needing more challenged? The left arm, the opposite arm is going to reach out. Otherwise, just stay there and breathe. Both hands on floor. And let's go to the other side. Extend your left leg out. Firm your arms. Lift your belly. Good. Tailbone down. Lift the leg. Point the kneecap of the straight leg behind you straight down. That keeps your hips more level. Yes. Good. Stay here, or the opposite arm will lift and stretch out. Tailbone down, navel lifts. Breathe. Make the choice not to hold your breath, but to continue breathing in a smooth fashion, as smooth as you can, even though you're in a challenge. Good, good. And to the floor. Open your knees. Take your hips back to child's pose, to whatever degree of hips back toward heels you can do. Maybe you'll come onto your forearms. Maybe you'll stack your fists and rest your forehead on your fists. Gently breathe. Good. Now, swing the legs around. You can remove your blanket. And take Dandasana, staff pose. So your legs are straight out in front of you. Take your hands behind you. Go ahead and flex your feet, flare the toes, pull the toes back toward your hips. So you'll feel the backs of your legs pressing downward. Bend your elbows. As you breathe in, float the shoulders up, take them back. Yeah, good. And just be here a moment. And breathe. Nice. Now point your fingers toward the long edges of the mat. Bend your knees. Lift your chest. Lift your hips. Gaze at your knees. So at first you might just lift a little bit off the floor, your hips, and then maybe a little more, and then maybe a little more. And then sit. Good. Keeping your feet rooted. You can roll your wrists out if you need a little break on the wrists. Let's repeat that. Inhale, lift your chest. Root the feet, the hands, lift your hips. Gaze at your knees. Good. And rest. Let's try the straight leg version, or feel free to rest. Lift your chest, right? My elbows are a little bent so I can have more a rotation in the shoulders, more freedom in the shoulders. They move up and back. Shoulder blades are on the back, even lean back a little bit. And then with legs straight, scoot your heels away from you. Lift your hips. Gaze at your toes. Soles of feet go toward the floor. Feel this. Please do not throw your head back, but if you have no issues with your neck, you could look up to the ceiling. Good. And then come to sit. And roll the wrists out. Please come onto your belly. Forehead to the floor. Arms alongside body. Turn the palms up today. Join your legs together, inner edges of feet and ankles together. I'd like you to press the tops of your feet down. Squeeze the legs together. Press the backs of your hands down. When you're ready, inhale, lift up a little bit, the head, the shoulders, and lower down. 3 more times. Inhale, lift head, lift shoulders, and lower down. Keep rooting the tailbone down and then lift the navel. Inhale, press tops of feet, backs of hands, little back bends, and release. 1 more, or rest. Coming up, and lower down. Very, very good. And now, take your hands to the sides of your chest with elbows bent, fingers pointing forward. Now, press down into your hands as you inhale, you lift your head, Shrug your shoulders toward your ears and come up a little bit. Choose how high you want to go. You don't want to strain. I don't want you to strain, but I want you to challenge yourself appropriately. And release. Last one, inhale. Come on up. And lower. Good. Coming onto your forearms now. Press into your elbows and forearms. Lift your hips. And I'd like to have you come back up to standing. So if you need to use your chair to help you transition, you can pull your chair closer. You can use your hands to press as well as step. And come on up. Yeah, really good. All right, so now with the seat facing you, and you're facing the front of your mat, come to stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. So we make a choice to be mindful of the foundation each and every time. Root through your feet, inhale, lift your arms up to the ceiling, exhale the hands through the heart. You're gonna take your hands to the chair or to the floor and do a forward fold. Then inhale, elongate your spine, look forward, do a half extension here, and yes, exhale and fold. And again, inhale, look forward. This time, step back, downward facing. Spread the toes, melt the spine, melt your heart. Good, good, good. And breathe. Now from here, join the inner edges of your feet together. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, open that knee a little bit out to the side. Exhale, close the knee so it's more parallel to the other one. Inhale, extend the leg out behind you. Exhale, lower it to the floor. Good. Walk forward. When you get there, bend your knees, hands on hips, squeeze your elbows together, float the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale the hands in front of the heart. Now we'll repeat that and do the other side. Inhale here as you exhale, release your hands. Inhale, fly the arms up. Exhale the hands in front of the heart. Bow forward, standing forward fold. You can move a little bit away from the chair if you need to adjust. Standing forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Good. As you exhale, fold. Once again, inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Now take both feet back one at a time to downward facing dog. Join the inner edges of your feet together. On the next inhalation, inhale, lift your left leg up in the air behind you. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, open that knee a little bit out to the left. Exhale, close the knee so it's more parallel to the foot and leg that's on the floor. Inhale, extend the leg out behind you. Good, nice, and exhale, lower it to the floor and step forward. When you get there, bend your knees. Open your arms out to the side. Inhale, lift up toward the ceiling. Exhale the hands in front of the heart. Now from here, let's go into a warrior two. So using the chair, I want you to bend your knees. Put your left hand on the chair and your left foot is front and your left hand is forward rather. Take the other leg back. So the back toes are turned in about 30 degrees and the front knee is bent. Try to get that knee vertical over your ankle. Let's start with top hand on hip and just press into your feet. Just feel your feet, feel your legs. Good, nice. Revolve the torso open. You're gonna feel your heart, your sternum move toward the ceiling. Take the top palm up toward the ceiling. Swing that arm behind you. And now swing that arm over your top ear. So this is a modified extended side angle. Press some energy into both feet, especially the back foot. Stretch from the outer edge of your back foot along the top edge of your body. Stretch your fingertips. Don't let the energy end at the wrist, so your hand is just like this, kind of not energized. Let it be fully energized. Yeah, really good. Nice. And from here, work to straighten the front leg into triangle legs. Lift your top palm up to the ceiling. Lengthen in your spine, lean back a little bit. Choose to stay grounded, stay connected to your breath. Breathe. Take a couple breaths here. Just feel your foundation, sense your body, sense your breath. Where do you feel the stretch? Where do you feel the ease? Where do you feel the work? Really good. Swing that top arm back to the chair. Now you're going to step forward, bend your knees, lift your arms. Now, powerful chair, Utkatasana. Lift your arms as high as they'll go so your torso comes more upright. Then sit down through the hips, through the lower legs, rooting through the feet. Stay here a moment and breathe. One more breath. Good. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, take your hands out to the sides and down to your hips. Let's do that on the other side. So we're going to start by placing the right hand on the center of the chair. So my right hand is forward, my right foot is forward, my left leg goes back. Bend the front knee, align it so it's vertical over the front ankle. Look at your back toes. They're turned in a little bit. Just notice, do you need to go a little wider in order to feel really grounded, or do you need to go a little shorter? So make the choice for your body today. Take your awareness into your spine. Breathe in, stretch your spine, revolve your torso open. Top palm is going to face the ceiling. Swing that arm a little bit behind you. And now swing it over your top ear, hugging that top ear to the bicep, to the inner arm. Keep bending the front knee any amount more you can. Keeping it over the ankle. Stretch. Lean back a little bit and breathe. This is a modified extended side angle. Now slowly straighten this front leg, engaging the quad. Feel like you're pulling the kneecap up to your hip. Float the top arm up. This is a modified triangle pose, modified. Stretch your bones. Send some energy down through the legs, into the feet. And press down and apart with your feet on the mat. Lean back a little bit, stretch your arms, breathe. Notice which side is harder. And slowly, when you're ready to come out of it, take that top hand to the chair. Now both hands are on the chair. Step back this time, downward facing dog. Rest in down dog now. Gently breathe. Once again, join the inner edges of your legs together. As we did before, I'm going to guide you in breath and movement on the back leg. So lift your right leg up, inhale. As you exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, open that knee a little bit, open the hip a little bit to the right. Exhale, close. Inhale, straighten the leg out behind you. And exhale, touch down. Other side. Inhale, lift the left leg up behind you. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, open it out to the left a little bit, lifting the knee, lifting the hip. Close the knee, close the hip. Inhale, straighten it out behind you. Exhale, touch down. Very good. Walk forward to the front of your mat. We're going to take powerful chair again. Bend your knees. Float the arms up. Good. Try to bring your arms and torso a little bit more straight up. Keeping that as best you can. Sit a little bit deeper. Yeah, this is hard. I know. Inhale here. And exhale. Good. One more breath. Inhale, rise up to standing, big reach. Exhale, the hands in front of your heart. Very good. I hope you feel warmer now. Yes, good, good. And now come to sit on the chair for a moment. Let's take a seated twist. Take your left hand to the sidebar, right palm is to the outside of your left knee. Inhale, lengthen in your spine. Exhale, gently twist. Twisting toward that left side. Yes, good. Inhale and exhale. So in every twist, there's a lengthening first. As you inhale, you want to create length in the spine. Exhale, enjoy that wringing out sensation. Good. Inhale, come back. Nice. Switch sides. Inhale, lengthen in your spine as you exhale. Gently now twist to the right. Another breath here. Lengthen and keeping the length, twist. Good. Inhale and exhale. Then inhale to come out of it. Ah, very good. Nice. Let's do ankle to knee pose. And we can do it sitting. We could do it standing. So sitting, you're going to sit to the front edge of your chair. Put the left ankle on top of the right knee. Lengthen in your spine and gently bow forward a little bit or more as your body allows. Where you'll feel a stretch is here, probably. The top foot is flexed and you're bowing forward. Just stay with it and breathe. Choose to be patient, if you can, with your body, with any tightness you may be feeling, with any limitation you may be having. Choose to just do what you can today on your mat. Good, good. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to do the other side. I don't feel ready to do that big external rotation on my bionic side yet, but I want you to do it. So take your right ankle and put the right ankle on the left knee. Same thing. You're going to lengthen in your spine and bow forward to the degree that you can. So take your time with that. Gently breathe. So when you have an injury or a recent surgery, that could be an excuse not to practice. That could be a valid choice. And or when you feel ready, you can get on the mat and just work the side that feels ready to practice and let the other side rest. Or do one side in one particular way and the other side will be more modified. So you always have these like little choices that you can make. And over time, and remember that compounding, the little choices move you toward a little bit more freedom, hopefully a little bit more ease in whatever movement you're working on. Yeah, good. And now slowly release that. And let's try this now. Pull your heels a little bit behind your knees. Hold on to your chair. And I want you to just lift your hips, come up, and then sit down. Feet are rooted. Feet are rooted. Then you're going to add arms lifting parallel to floor and come down. And arms parallel to floor and come down. The key is rooting through your feet. This builds a lot of strength in the legs. This time, rooting through the feet, use your breath and come all the way to standing. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release the arms. Good. Check that your chair is still where you want it to be and sit down. Let's try that again. If you feel steady, you can do it. If you feel not so steady, you can always put your chair to face a wall. So this way, when you come up, you would have the wall to hold on to, or you can have another chair in front of you. So let's try. First, this one, you check the waters. You check your foundation. Oh, yeah. Am I keeping my feet rooted when I lift my hips? Look at your feet. What are my feet doing? Yeah, make a choice to be very conscious about your foundation. And then come on up with arms coming up a little bit. Yes. And then all the way to standing, using a little momentum with the arms and release. Good. Nice. Now take your strap. Let's just open the shoulders a little bit. Your feet are outer hip width apart. You're gonna inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, take it behind you. Maybe a little more. Don't strain though. And release. Good. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, take it behind you. Maybe a little more. Maybe the full range of motion, which is coming all the way down behind your hips. Then inhale, lift up, and release. Such a good one, right? Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Exhale and release. So as we continue to practice, we get better at listening inwardly. And I think the better you listen inwardly, the better you can listen outwardly. And then it relates to choice again. We can then get better at choosing to respond to whatever circumstances are happening in your life, as opposed to like having a knee-jerk reaction. Yeah, we can choose to respond with heart, the spirit of heart, not so much the spirit of judgment. Good. And from here, take a side lean and come back to center. Side lean. These sideways movements are not usual movements that we do during the day. So it's nice for your spine. Get some of this. Good, good. Really good. Now, take the strap behind you and you'll have your palms facing forward like this. It's about hip width apart. Take the arms behind you, straighten them out behind you, and pull the strap taut. Can you feel the opening in the front chest and the pecs? Be sure you're lifting the fronts of your shoulders up and back as you do this. And the inner palms are turning out to the sides. Let me just come close to the camera so you can see how I turn. I turn out to my thumbs like this. Yeah, that's external rotation. Good, good. Now from here, bend your knees, bow forward. You can take a wider width of strap if you need to in order to do this. Pulling the strap nice and taut. Come on back up. Yeah. Really good. All right, now let's just do a couple more standing poses. I'd like you to take your chair and put the back 2 feet of your chair on the long edge of the mat. Take a wide stance. We're going to go into warrior 2. Woohoo! Getting back to the standing poses. So exciting. All right, so you start with your feet parallel and open the right toes. I'll do opposite of you. Open the right toes 90 degrees. Back toes turned in about 30. Inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale, straighten. Add the front arm. Inhale, palm is up today. Exhale and release. Inhale, lift that front arm shoulder height. Exhale and release. Now both arms. Inhale, bend the front knee. Lift both arms. Exhale and release. Inhale, now you're going to stay there. Keep opening that front knee toward the pinky toe side of your foot. Yeah. Lift your sternum. Pull a little more energy into your back arm so your spine's more straight up and down. And now from your elbows to your fingertips, turn in. Let the palms face the floor. Good. Yeah, good, good. Now stretch everything. Stretch all your bones. Gaze over the middle fingers of your front hand. Really, really good. Gently breathe. Choose to stay grounded in your warrior 2. Choose to maintain a steady breath. And then release. Good. Parallel the feet, walking. March in place a little bit, let go of any tension you may have created. And let's do the other side. So take your feet wide, toes pointing forward. Good, open your left toes 90 degrees and the back toes are turned in a little bit. From here, inhale, bend the front knee. Align that kneecap. So the center of your kneecap is pointing over the base of your second and third toes, and straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Add the front arm. So if it's your left leg forward, it's your left arm floating up. And release. Inhale, bend. Lift the arm, shoulder height. Exhale, release. Now both arms. Inhale, lift both arms. Yes. And release. This time we're going to go into it and hold. Put a little more energy into your back hand, back arm, to bring your spine more perpendicular to the floor. Good. Yes, lift the heart. Good. Firm your feet, firm your legs. Great. And from your elbows down to your fingertips, you're going to just turn inward. Let the palms face the floor now. Gaze over the middle fingers of your front hand. Gently breathe. Choose to find that balance between effort and ease. And gently breathe. Really good. When you're ready, release the pose. Straighten the legs. Turn the toes in and walk in and march in place. Yeah, really good. Let's take triangle pose once again. We did it earlier with the chair in a different position. Open your feet wide. Open your right toes 90 degrees. Turn the back toes in. So it's really nice as your body warms up to revisit poses, because you can go a little bit deeper sometimes. So let's try that. Look at your front foot, look at your front knee, micro bend it so you're aligning the knee. Then work to straighten that leg. Good, good. Take your front arm out, and it's going to either come down to your thigh or to your shin below your knee or to your ankle or to the floor. Revolve the torso open. If you feel safe and steady, lift the top arm up. Good. Nice. Gently breathe. If your neck feels more comfortable, you can just look down to your big toe. Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Notice your breath. Good. To come out of it, hold on. Bend the front knee, press down into your feet to come up safely. And parallel your feet, walk them in together. Good. Other side. Take a wide stance. Open the front toes, turn the back toes in a little bit. So remember, in triangle pose, legs are straight. But you can always micro bend that front knee if the stretch is too intense here on the inner front leg. So you're going to inhale, lift the front arm. Exhale, reach nice and long. That front hand can rest on your thigh, your shin below your knee, or your ankle or the floor. Lengthen in your spine. Revolve the torso open. And if you feel steady, lift the top arm up. I want you to choose to be very gentle with yourself, and yet in a gentle way. Also, I want to encourage you to choose to try new things, or choose to try doing things in a new way. Keeping the practice more interesting, keeping the practice fun and challenging. Gently breathe. Really good. To release the pose, bend the front knee, root into your feet, turn the toes in, and toe heel together. Yeah, excellent. So let's come to the floor now, do a few more floor poses before we do a guided meditation. So feel free to use a chair to assist you to the floor if you need to, right? You can come on down in a way that feels good for you. All right. So now I want to do a wide leg seated forward fold. Really nice stretch for the insides of your legs. You can sit up on a blanket. You can take a strap. Please put the strap around the feet. Yeah. Okay. And what you're going to do is align the second toe, middle of knee, middle of thigh to point straight up. Pull on the strap a little bit. Can you feel how that makes you rock to the fronts of your sit bones and your pelvis? And it draws the top of your sacrum into your body more. Yeah, that's good alignment for your pelvis and your lower back. You need to stay very active in the legs. Feet are flexed, toes are flared. You're pressing the backs of your legs to the floor. Now you could just stay here if you have very tight feeling in the back of your legs. If you want a little more challenge, bend the elbows, start to bow forward. Shoulder blades on your back. Lead with your breastbone, not your chin. Notice, legs are very active. Breathe. And then some of you have enough flexibility where you can just hold onto the toes directly, not using the strap, or you could bow forward enough that your forearms are coming onto the floor, or even your sternum. Those of you that are really flexi-bendy, you can do that. I'm going to stay right here. If you have any pain in the backs of your knees or legs, you can put a slight bend in your knees just to allow a little more freedom in the bending. And you can alternate, knees bent a little bit, then legs straight, then knees bent, then legs straight. See how it goes. Yeah, good. And release. Now come to lie down on your back. Always a sweet moment in the practice. Good. And let's do some bridge work. So bring your feet close to your hips, their outer hip width apart. Bend your elbows. Press feet, press elbows, shoulders, back of head, and then gently lift your hips. I want you to keep your knees and thighs parallel and lower down. Good. Lift up the hips, chin away from chest. Eyes are going to look above your eyebrows. And release. And once again. Now, if you'd like to try a different arm position, once you come up, take your hands under your hips, interlace your hands, excuse me. Wriggle your upper arms underneath you more, so you really get a big lift in the front body. Now I'm pressing my arms and edges of hands into the floor. Gently breathe. So again, we can think about the compounding effect of weekly practice or bi-weekly practice. If you only read about yoga, you're not really going to feel the effects. If you only practice once a week, it's good, but you're going to have more compounding effect if you can practice twice a week. Interlace your hands behind your right leg. Stretch the leg up in the air, press the leg into your hands. I like to think of the practice as like the foundation or the skeleton for the rest of my day. You know, it's the shelf I can build on, put things on. It's the skeleton I can put clothes around. It's really the foundation that will set the tone, you know, for the rest of the day. And switch. You're pressing your leg actively into your hands that are interlaced behind your thigh, shoulders back, foot is flexed. And it's nice to also make it easier for yourself. Like I said earlier in the class, you know, if you leave your yoga mat open on the floor, wherever it is you practice, it's like an open invitation. It's a visual cue. Oh yeah, I could do some poses now. Or your meditation pillow, right? Good. Now from here, take your arms into cactus. And I want you to just start folding the knees to one side and come back very gently. Fold the knees to the other side and come back. See how that feels today. Windshield wipering the legs, feeling this nice twist. Good. And then hug both knees into your chest and massage your lower back. Good. I want you to rock up to sitting if that feels appropriate for you, or fold to your side. So rocking up to sitting, you can get a little momentum going. I'm tucking my chin into my chest, I'm swinging my legs, and then I'm slowly coming up to sitting, or come up in any way that feels good. And let's do a seated twist that we don't do that often, Bharadvajasana. So here's what I want you to do. With your legs straight ahead, bring the right foot and the toes over, like you just turn them in, and then let the right toes rest on top of the left toes. Then you're gonna lean on your left hand, bend your knees, and swing the legs over to the side like this. So now the right top of the right foot is on the floor. The top of the left is sitting in the sole of the bottom foot. And I've got both knees over to one side. You feel that? One hip is off the floor, one hip is rooted on the floor. Yeah, good. So the hand that I'm using as like my kickstand here, it's got some weight on it. Yeah. The other hand is going to come. So left hand is weight bearing, right hand is to the outside of the left knee. Inhale here, lift your heart, lift your sternum area. And turn the eyes to look in the direction of your feet. So it's a very dramatic looking twist. As you breathe in, you're going to lengthen in your spine. As you exhale, you're looking toward your feet. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, keeping everything where it is, just turn your eyes to look over the other shoulder. Good. And inhale, come back to center. You can straighten your legs out in front. Now, if you have any, I didn't say this on the other side, but if you need a cushion under your hip, you could set yourself up with a blanket. So this time my legs are straight out in front. I'm crossing my left toes on top of my right. See, I fold my foot in a little bit. And then I'm going to put that hip that needs a cushion onto the cushion. I'm going to fold both legs over to the other side. Good. Now my right foot's on the bottom and my left foot's in the sole of my bottom foot. I'm leaning on my right hand and my right hip. The other hip is up in the air a little bit. Take the free hand, put it underneath. Left hand is underneath the right knee. Palm is facing out. Yeah, it's a little tricky, this one. Inhale, lengthen in your spine. And as you exhale, turn your gaze to the feet. You're looking at your feet. Feels very dramatic. Inhale, lift your spine. Exhale and twist. Sense inwardly, what does this pose feel like? Keeping everything where it is. Just turn your eyes to look over the other shoulder. Good. And then release. So you're going to take your legs out in front of you again. Take Dandasana, staff pose. Flex your feet, flare the toes. Good. And one more reverse table. Point your fingers to the long edges of the mat. Bend your knees. Lift your chest. Lift your hips. Gaze at your knees. Good. And come to sitting. Roll the wrists out. Nice. Dandasana once again. Spread your toes, engage your legs, and gently breathe. From here, we're going to go into a meditation and Savasana. So if you'd like to sit up for your meditation, go ahead. Put a sweatshirt on, put socks on, be warm. If you want to lay down for the whole thing, you can do that as well. I'm coming closer to the camera. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So I always like to make the choice to include a formal meditation at the end of every asana class, because I feel like we've primed the body, like we've gotten rid of some tension. We've quieted, stilled the mind a little bit through movement and breath. And it's a really kind of ideal setup for meditation. So I thought today we would do a loving kindness meditation. Great way to start the year. So please find a comfortable way to sit or lie down. And just take a moment to feel very grounded and comfortable. And, you know, I spoke about the compounding effect. So even if you just take 3 minutes every day for your meditation, that will have a compounding effect over time. The 3 minutes often more comfortably grow into 5 minutes, and the 5 minutes can grow into 10. And you will find that you can really make a difference in the way that your day feels and the way your week feels and your month and your year. So it's nice at the beginning of the new year to think about that. What do you want to include in your new year going forward, remembering that you are the author of your life, regardless of the circumstances. So let's start with this meditation. Loving kindness has 4 parts. And we're going to first direct the first part to ourselves. Begin by lengthening in your spine, drawing your attention inward. I will offer out some phrases and you can just listen in or repeat to yourself. So directing loving kindness to yourself now. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be happy. May I be happy. And now please think of someone you love very, very much and send them some loving kindness. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be happy. May you be happy. And now please think of someone who's more of an acquaintance. Might be your mail carrier or your bank teller, your neighbor, a coworker. Send them some loving kindness. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be happy. May you be happy. And now I invite you to expand your loving kindness, the focus of your loving kindness, to someone with whom you're having difficulty. And know that it doesn't mean you forgive them in this moment or you condone their actions, but this is for you. This is for you to exercise your loving kindness muscle. Visualize that person, even if you haven't spoken to them in 10 years or more, or you don't want to. And it doesn't even have to be someone you know personally, it can be a public figure. Send them some love and kindness. This is not easy, I know. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be happy. May you be happy. And know that this practice can be travel friendly. Like you can practice this practice in traffic jams, on grocery store lines, in crowded airports. And as you silently practice this loving kindness, this practice among people, you'll immediately feel a connection with them. And it can calm your life and keep you connected to your heart, which is what we were talking about today. Finding a path with heart, remembering that we can align with that intention again and again every time we practice. So come to lie down in Savasana now. Give yourself just 3 more minutes of complete rest. Shavasana is that wonderful pose that reminds us of impermanence, how precious life is. Shavasana translates to corpse pose, right? So we practice corpse pose. Sounds a little odd, right? But really it's that reminder of impermanence, that it's actually very life affirming. This life is precious. These moments are precious. So whatever the circumstances are, if we remember that, we can bring more fullness to the moment, more appreciation. Let go of the small stuff. Keep aligning with our intention. I'll ring a chime in 2 more minutes. Now gently deepen your breath, and when you feel ready, slowly come up to sitting. Thank you all so much for coming to practice today. I hope that every time we practice together, it gives you some strength to choose again and again how you want to respond in your life, um, how you want to show up every day. Namaste, everybody.